second if I'm not already. It says I'm streaming, so.
It doesn't show you.
It might take a second. Refresh.
Oh damn, man! They got some kind of a super sale going on in Indiana. Man, that's gotta be hardcore right there. Living, I mean, in hurricane and tornado season.
Oh, they must have a fucking that Ryan Y'all or whatever the fuck his name of his channel is that does all the storm shit.
No, this is Storm Chaser, Brandon VOPIC, 3.8 million. I mean, 3.8K is watching. So.
Yeah, I usually watch that Ryan. Hey y'all,
Ryan Hall.
Yep, or whatever his name is.
Yeah. There's another guy that I watched, and I forgot where he's out of, but he moved.
Yeah, there's a half a dozen of them or so though on YouTube.
And he's really good. He actually went to school for it. Oh, he started playing around with this in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Right, in the pandemic. And he turned around and started doing this to make money. Well, it took off so damn much. And, I mean, he turned around and started making, he became a full-time job, right? So, yeah, this is one of the guys that he moved to Florida because he done so well. He was able to pick up and move and buy him a house. I wish I was that damn good.
Yeah. Only one.
I think you're live now.
All right, I gotta do something here real quick. My fucking insurance company just sent me a text. They want me to sign some fucking online fucking release forms because they want to do a fucking video thing over with doctor's appointment thing with me tomorrow to renew my fucking Medicaid.
Oh yeah.
So I gotta fucking figure out how to fucking do that. I'll probably fuck it up knowing me.
Sound like me.
Alright now. Fucking HIPAA bullshit. God damn, how many times they want me to sign this motherfucking thing? Alright. Alright, do you see me live?
Yeah, I had to get in turn around. I was cooking on something else, trying to get things moved around. I gotta go back to you real quick.
Alright, just let me know when you're ready.
Okay.
What you'll want to do is you'll want to do like I did with the car here where I've got all the different body panels painted.
Alright.
And what you want to also do is name what they are. Like I created a group called body panels and I have like the right C pillar, left C pillar, left B pillar, right B pillar, left A pillar, right A pillar, spoiler, roof, passenger side door, driver's door, right front fender, cowl, hood, left front fender, pit box, window net, and then all of the different parts of the car all is separate layers so that I can easily select them if I want to change something about them, like their color.
Okay, so just make one for each part of the car.
Yep. And right now I'm going to get ready to do the left rear quarter panel so you can watch me see how I do that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to the last layer that I worked with, which was probably the, looks like it was the right C pillar. And I tend to work from front to back and right to left, so I can keep track of where shit is.
Right.
So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to the left side here. Left C-pillar was the last thing I really fucking worked with. So here is where I'm going to create the layer for the left border panel. And then go ahead and name it left rear quarter. And then it's named. And now I'm going to go through here and I'm going to mark it on the car. I'm going to go to my blow up tool so I can see it. I'll make it bigger and kind of get it to where it's all in the frame here so I can see it. And I'm going to use my pen tool as soon as I find it. There it is. And I'm going to walk around the fucking perimeter of the car using that green line that marks the edge of the thing. And I'm going to start at the upper corner of the what would be basically the top of the trunk lid. And just keep following this green line all the way back. You don't got to be perfect as long as you're just kind of somewhat on it. And then just follow the contours of it. This green line can sometimes be a little hard to see, so just be aware. And I'm going to follow down along what would be the door, down to what would be the skirts, and then follow this back to the rear wheel. And just follow the contour of the tire or the wheelhouse, like this. Until I get the whole wheelhouse in there, and then I'm just going to come back along the left rear skirt till I get to the bumper, and then I'm going to basically go around the bumper and then follow the bumper back up until I get to the tail light panel, and then just follow up the tail light panel until I come to where I started at, which was at the top there, right where basically at the top of the trunk lid. And then I'm going to make my selection. Now that it's selected, I need to figure out what color I want to paint it, and I'm trying to keep all the colors of the cars for each car roughly the same. So I got to look at what I painted the other cars' colors. As soon as I find the fucking thing, what do I do with it? Where the fuck the hell did I put it? Where the fuck did it go? I know it's in here somewhere. I saved it. There it is. Now wait, pull up the image and see exactly what color I painted the rear bumper. And it looks like it's a light. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just open up the fucking other template so I can just steal the color from it.
Alright.
And it would be the Xfinity Mustang. Panel ID. So while we got that, I just grab my eyedropper tool and steal his ass right there. Make sure I got him, and I did. And then we're going to go back to our rear quarter. Make sure I'm in the right layer. Make sure that's highlighted and active. And that I do have it, and I make sure that I got it selected, which it is, since it's got the marching ants walking around it. And then we'll fill, and then boom, there's the quarter panel, at least the left rear quarter panel. Now all we got to do is do the same thing again for the right rear. So I'm going to create a new layer, Actually, I'm going to deselect it first. And then create a new layer. This one I'm going to call right rear quarter panel. Right rear quarter is good enough. I don't need to name it panel because I already know it's a panel, or at least I should anyway. And then just like we did with the left side, I'm going to start up here at the top, or the top of the trunk lid, at the end of the trunk lid, and just walk all the way around it, following the contours of the car body until I get that whole quarter panel basically drawn out. The car we're working on here is actually Bill Elliott's 1987 Thunderbird. Although I'll probably never race it, but it is nice to have the fucking thing ready to go if I do ever want to paint it for some reason.
Absolutely.
And you'll want to do this with every car that you have, that you plan to paint. It just makes it so much easier to paint it down the road if you want to, especially if you want to do differing designs with differing panels, like have one panel painted one color, maybe another panel painted another color. It makes it much easier to get that panel selected so that you can easily manipulate its color. But for freehand designs though, you usually got to draw those out on your own. Like for instance, on like how my truck has that blue stripe at the bottom that follows the skirt, that you have to kind of draw out by hand. And we'll make selection. Okay. And the right rear quarter is going to be dark green.
That's a beautiful car, man, I'm telling you.
Yep. And then we fill him in. Deselect. And then we pull up iRacing. And we save our work so we can see make sure what it's coming out the way we need it to come out. So I'm going to go to my Thunderbird file. Change it to TGA, save my car file. Okay. Okay again. And then we have our updated car. The only thing we have left to do on this thing is the trunk lid, the tail light panel, some of the rear bumper, and the front nose. That's all that's left of this car to fucking do for this template to have it done. And then also this inside of this A-pillar, I gotta figure out where the hell that part's actually at though. Alright. Unless that's this right here, it could be that right there, part of the A-pillar. It would be the right A-pillar, so we gotta find that right A-pillar. And we'll grab him. Where the fuck did he go? It's this guy right here, I think. I hate foreign car horns. They sound like meep, meep, meep.
Yeah, right.
The problem with the foreign car horns like that. They don't fucking really get the fucking point across. I want a fucking old-fashioned American horn off of a '60s Chevy. When you lay the fucking horn, lay on the fucking horn, the fucking bird, the fucking tree next door fucking blows up.
Yeah, right.
Alright, make selection. Okay. Grab our color. Edit. Fill. Okay. File. Save as. Yeah, it looks like we got him this time now. Yep. So that's that would actually be the inside part of the A pillar, and I just put it in the main and the other A pillars part of its fucking layer, and it looks like there's one for the left side too. So I gotta get him real quick. So left A pillar. While I'm thinking about it, grab the eyedropper and grab the right color, which is going to be this dark blue. God, I feel almost like that Bob Ross from the Joy of Painting TV show from back in the day.
I remember that show.
Yeah, we got a cute little tree. He lives right over here. And we put some grass around him, and then we put a lake for him to drown in. I haven't seen that show in fucking years. Well, there was always something to watch on TV on Saturday afternoon, and there was nothing else on, and you were fucking bored. Alright, edit. Make selection. Filling in. Okay, he's colored. Yep, he's colored in. File, save as. All right, did you get in? More or less, it looks like. At least enough I can say I can fake it. There are some parts of it though that don't look like they fucking got grabbed, but it might be these little fucking pieces here. I'll go back and get those later. But for now I'm gonna work on shit like the fucking rear trunk, the trunk lid.
Oh yeah.
I gotta find out where the hell I'm at though on the car. Alright, we are at the rear. So at the right rear quarter panel, we're going to put a new layer above him, and we'll call him deck lid. Rear deck lid. Grab our pen. And we're going to start at the one. I always like to, when I'm doing parts of a car, I like to start at one corner so I can always find out where the hell I'm at, so I know when I reach the end of the part. Because sometimes with these fucking things being so, these green line being so hard to fucking see, and these anchor points blending right in with it, it's hard to tell.
I know that now.
It's hard to tell where you left off, and it's easy to lose your fucking place. There we go. Now we got that. Make selection. And then I gotta grab the Mustang and grab his tailgate or his trunk lid. Edit. Fill. I will say one thing about painting race cars in iRacing. It doesn't give you a headache like painting them in the real world does.
Do what now?
Painting cars in iRacing doesn't fucking stink the house up and give you a headache like painting real cars in the real world does.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And I remember when I raced RC cars, I used to have to paint the bodies and shit. And that would always fucking, I'd always get fucking lightheaded and dizzy doing it. Because of the fucking paint fumes from spraying the fucking bodies. And when we did our RC cars, we had to, the bodies were clear, so you had to paint them from the inside. Mask everything off, all your designs and shit. And then hope like hell when you're peeling the paint off, or the tape off when the paint was dry, or had started to dry, you didn't rip all the fucking paint off with the tape. Alright, that covers that. The only thing I got left really is the front bumper and the rear bumper. So here we're going to go to the right near the deck lid, we're going to make another layer. This will be for the rear bumper and tail light panel. So what does this fucking Bell Elliott Thunderbird have in common with a Mustang besides being a Ford?
I don't know.
They're built on the same platform. They're basically the same car under the skin.
Really?
It's also the same car as a Ford Fairmont, if you remember those.
I do.
In Mercury Zephyr. They were built on what was called the Fox Body platform. And out of all the Fox Body cars that were made, the Mustang was the one that lasted the longest.
Yeah, everybody likes a Mustang.
But even now the Fox Body Mustangs are starting to get hard to find now. Most of them have been destroyed.
You know, I just said it just makes you want to throw up.
Yep.
I mean, all these good cars, and I mean, that's just the end of it. You know?
Yeah, most of them fucking end up getting wrecked or fucking destroyed from people fucking wrecking them. Or they got fucking, alright, where the fuck's this line? I can't see.
Crushed during Obama era. Yeah.
Oh, that too. When they got crushed for fucking cash for clunkers, that was fucking stupid. That alone should make fucking Obama be fucking hung for treason. That's just sacrilege, destroying cars. And then some of the cars that they were destroying was just nuts. Alright, what color is our front end on the Mustang? Okay, it is going to be, looks like gray is our front end color. Actually, that's actually the wrong fucking end of the car. We need the come on now. That's the front bumper. part of it. Headlight panel. Deselect. Now back when we were doing the cruising the avenue and shit with the back during COVID, I seen a 1987 Ford Thunderbird Turbo Coupe that was running around. That fucker was in almost immaculate condition. And it was nice. Yeah, because some of these Ford Thunderbirds from that era actually were actually turbocharged, and they were capable of 200 miles an hour off the showroom floor, but they wouldn't do it for very long periods of time. Then they could do it for a couple of minutes, but you didn't want to stay in it, otherwise you'd blow the engine up. But they could do 200 miles an hour right off the showroom floor.
Damn.
They're related to what was called the Mustang SVO. We'll make the headlight panel like a darker purple or something. Make it like that color. Edit. Fill. Alright, let's see how we did. Save as. Shortcut to 87 Thunder Chicken. And here's what we got so far. Ford Thunder Chicken. Car driven by...
Oh, wow. I like to own that car.
With this one?
Well, anything like that, I like to actually own it.
Yeah. I'm almost tempted, since I probably won't race this car, I thought about making a Stroker Ace paint scheme for this thing, the one from the movie.
Oh, absolutely.
The Chicken Pit Ford Thunderbird, fastest chicken in the South.
Hey, I was watching a YouTube video earlier, and it was talking about basically a lot of people that work for Hendrick and Junior, and they were talking about the Martinsville Clocks. I did not know Chase Elliott had a shop.
Yeah.
What the hell does that man need a shop? But he doesn't drive. I mean, he doesn't drive outside of Hendrick.
He might be looking to start a fucking Xfinity team or one of the lower class teams.
I know that Jeff Gordon is trying to get his kids, trying to get them to talk him into and start working for Hendrick Motorsports.
Yeah. Yeah, because Chase Elliott, shit, if he gets if he got a shop, because he's not going to drive forever. At some point, he's going to want to retire from driving, and he's going to need some way to fucking make money. So, and he wants to stay in racing to do it. So that makes sense to go ahead and buy a shop now. So that it's there for him when he's ready to retire, and move away from the driving aspect and become an owner. Just like Dale Sr. did with fucking Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, and like Junior did with JR Motorsports.
Yeah, I think, you know what, if you're going to do it, that would be Xfinity would be the series to go into. NASCAR is just too damn expensive.
I wouldn't go into Xfinity right away. I would start off like maybe with something like Junior did with like late models. or super late models, do those. And then after you've done that for a handful of seasons, then move up to trucks, and then start a truck team or two. And then if you decide you want to go do cup after that, then work your way up to cup. Don't just jump right into it, because that's a good way to lose a lot of fucking money.
True enough. I mean, if I had the money and it wasn't too late in life, man, damn, I wish I could have somebody to start me up with late model team. But again, it takes a lot of fucking money and resources.
The biggest thing that kept me from ever starting a fucking race team is, number one, I ain't got no fucking place to put it. I don't own any land. Alright, so it looks like we got that part done. So the back of the fucking Mustang is what color? Also gray. Edit, fill. Okay. Now this thing, I don't know, have no fucking clue what the hell that is. Some of these parts that are on here are probably parts that are inside the car that you can't see unless you're sitting in the car, and I have no idea what the fuck they are. So we'll save this as it is and see what we got. See what we still need to fucking paint yet. Save as 87 Thunderbird. Alright, this part here looks like it's part of the rear bumper, so I'll go ahead and hit him while I'm here. There's a part of the inset around the license plate. Make sure I didn't fuck up, which I might have. Okay, I did fuck that up. Oops. I got the rear bumper as part of the front bumper. Okay, select pixels. Deselect. Grab my fucking wand tool. There we go. Now I got just it selected. Come up here to rear bumper tail light panel. Edit, fill. Good, we got it fixed. That way it's in its own layer, not sharing a layer with another part of the car. And then we'll save it and make sure everything is good to go, or at least at a point where we can call this fucker done for now, until I decide what I want to give it for an actual paint scheme, if I ever do decide to race this thing. I've only driven this car once. At Talladega and fucking wrecked it. And never tried driving it again after that. This the fucking old Thunderbird is a handful to try driving at 215 miles an hour. It's a lot different than the fucking Xfinity car or even the Cup car at 190. 215 is a real bitch to drive. Because that's how fast that fucking thing will go, because it has no restrictor plate. Alright, file save as. Alright, so that takes care of that. That part's done. Are you live right now?
No, but I can go live.
Yeah, let's have you go live so I can see how you're doing with this stuff. In the meantime, I'm going to go unlive so that I'm going to unalive myself.